And welcome to Wildcat Stadium at Woods Cross High School as the Woods Cross Wildcats prepare to host their Region 6 rival, the Bountiful Braves, here on Comcast High School Rewind. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Well, we've got a special rivalry treat for you here today. These two teams, well, rivalry is probably an understatement. They do not like each other in pretty much any sport, and it's going to be fun to see this translate on the soccer field tonight. We will start first with the Bountiful Braves, the number 2 team in all of 4A. They have been absolutely fantastic. 8-0-1 in region play. They're 10-2-1 on the season. They have been led by Josh Ludlow all year, their senior keep. He has been great this season so far. 3 shutouts for him, and he's got a great defense to help him out. And then the scoring for the Braves, it comes from all over the place. Coming off Carson Tinker, he had 2 goals in their last game against Clearfield. Another name to watch for is Caleb Maynard. He actually had a hat trick the first time these two teams played. Lots of balanced offensive options for the Braves. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Wildcats. They are out of the playoff race. They cannot make it, but certainly it's senior night here tonight for the Wildcats, and a lot of pride on the line. They did not like that 5-0 loss to the Braves earlier, looking to redeem themselves. Playing keep for them here today is going to be Taylor Kernard, and he has the ability to make fantastic saves. He made some huge saves in that first game against Bountiful, despite giving up 5 goals. A couple of those goals, he had initial saves, made some bobbles, couldn't quite finish off the play. They were able to punch him in for goals. Expecting him to have a better game here tonight, especially given the conditions. And then on the offensive side, they boast one of the best scorers in all of 4A, that being Ethan Cope. 10 goals so far on the season. You also have to watch out for Matthew Cunningham and a couple other players who have found the net so far. But Cope, he is a top 10 scorer here in 4A, so watch for him. If he can get a couple goals, they have a great shot here against the Braves. Should be a good one, this rivalry game. We told you a little about the teams. Now we'll head down to the field and get this one started. And our apologies, technical difficulties. We'll have to start this game already in action in the 12th minute here. No score. Closest opportunity. The Wildcats had a shot from about 11 yards out by Zach Checketts. Went wide, and we are still scoreless here at Woods Cross High School between the Wildcats and the Braves. Always a fun rivalry here in this Region 6. Couple Bountiful schools. This one played up to Duenas. Now, oh boy, good opportunity there as he tried to play it up to Alex Simpson. That one was thrown just beyond a running Booth and then cleared by the Cats. All the way back where Carey will drop it back to Ludlow. His kick is settled by Corbin Jones and then given back to the Braves. Maynard tried to touch that to midfield, was a little off target. That was Cope now with it on a run and then pushed off by Natuvai, the BYU commit. Back in play. This is a centering pass by Cope. Oh boy, off the chest, and Ludlow able to get a hand on it as he dove. And now here's Cope again. Looks to serve this one up again ahead, and that one's wide of the net. Another good opportunity for the Cats. I believe it was Taggart who tried to use his chest/shoulder to knock that one past Ludlow, and it was really close. Ludlow made the diving save. Had some help from his defense to keep this one knotted at 0. As now this is Nick Elge with it. Drops it back. Pressure there by Booth. Woods Cross trying to set up an opportunity here. This one centered. Now Natuvai controls for the Braves. He's going to look to send this one up. Nice job stepping out in front of that pass by Johnny White. Here's Booth with it now. Looking to set up a scoring chance. Trying to get around the defense. And Dallin Cole knocks that one out. And now a run. The flag is up, and offside was Dallin Taggart. This one put in play by the Braves. Booth with it at midfield. Looking up for Rydalch. Now Tuvai trying to head it back up to get another opportunity for the Braves. Boy, beautiful touch up ahead to Carson Tinker. Nice cut back. He's going to try to center this one. That's in the box, and then the Braves called it off as it was cleared out by Johnny White. Challenged at midfield were the Cats, and back to the Braves now. Duenas looks to play that up. Broken up by Cope. Trying to play that one up. And now Woods Cross with an opportunity to take advantage of some positioning here. Dropping back quickly is Forbes defensively for the Braves, and he'll kick it out. Thrown in. Woods Cross looking to take advantage before this Brave defense can get back. That time tripping over the ball was Cunningham. Lost it to Bountiful. Booth plays it over to Duenas. He's going to try to send this one up the field. Giving chase to it for the Braves is Simpson. But there's Kennard to pick it up for the Wildcats. Booming kick from the Cat keeper. Now this is Corbin Jones with it. He was looking to serve that one up. It was deflected, however, by Forbes for the Braves. Gonna try the other side. Sends this over to Chandler Young. His pass up the field was off the mark and rolling. Giving chase but won't get there was Corbin Jones. Nate Smith has come on for the Braves. This is thrown into Cisneros. Cope trying to control it. Touched it over to Elge. There's Duenas to take it away. A solid midfielder. One of the captains here for the Braves. This one sent up to Booth. And then that one's deflected out off of Woods Cross. That throw-in got past everybody as Woods Cross defensively challenged it. This one rolling back. Carey collects it up to Booth. Nice two-man game there as Haddock tried to send it up to Booth, but that one's out of play off of the Braves. Thrown in. Cope tries to head it up that touchline. Nice job controlling it, keeping it in play by Taggart. Here's Cunningham with it. He looks to center to Cope. That one was just a little beyond him and punched out by the boys in black. Now Duenas. No, sorry, that wasn't Duenas. That was actually Cisneros. And now an advantage potentially creating itself for the Cats. Centering pass that was looking for Taggart was beyond him, and Ludlow will collect it. A long ball that's headed up by Johnny White. Now Jones with it. He's going to try to cross it. Challenge on that far side is going to be settled by Rydalch. Natuvai able to find Cisneros. Now he tries to send this up to Booth. Boy, look at the closing speed on that far side by Rydalch. Nearly got there, but forced Woods Cross to kick it out. They're going to throw this one in back to Higginson. Man on, and what a nice takeaway that time by Woods Cross. It was Zach Checketts created the turnover. And again, getting back, that was Dallin Cole who helped avert that offensive chance for the Braves. Nearly had one-on-one against the Keep Kennard. Played back up to Duenas. He's going to look to fire. Oh, what a save. Saw a really nice save by Ludlow earlier, and that is Taylor Kennard's best save of the game thus far. As we are in the 20th minute here, still no score between these Region 6 rivals. That one turned over to Cope. Now here's Cunningham. Going back to Cope. He's going to bring this in the box. What a move through the legs. There's Riley Natuvai. He's going to look to fire. That one's high and out of play. Elgren and Perry both come on for the Cats. This is Elgren trying to play that up. It's deflected out off of Bountiful. Thrown in up ahead to Perry. Able to control that. That pass deflected out again. Elge to throw in, trying to get it to the box. That one got through. Now, oh boy, a chance to fire in the net. Was it deflected? It was. It'll be a corner now for Woods Cross. This one, corner sent in. Able to get ahead on it was Cisneros, and now Bountiful looking to take it back down the field. Maynard gonna send this one up. Back defensively is Cole. He will clear it, and that one will get out eventually near midfield. Thrown in is Duenas. Will settle it. Now gonna turn sides of the field back to his defense. Nice job stepping up in front of that pass by Checketts, able to delay it at least a little bit, though. Bountiful now looking to create another opportunity. That was Rydalch, had it taken away and kicked away by Chandler Young. This one's sent up, giving chase to it now is Daniel Perry. He will not get there as it will roll to Ludlow. Zach Checketts comes back on for Woods Cross. This one takes a hop. There's Cole. Kilpack's throw-in was over the head of Tinker. Back on is Taggart for Woods Cross. I thought that one was too high for Bountiful, but they ruled it was off the Braves, and now a whistle against Cunningham and a kick coming up. And the official's going to give a card now to Matt Cunningham here in the 36th. So Jones on for Cunningham, who just got carded. Carey looking to serve this one in the box. That one headed out. Woods Cross trying to control this. They will. That was Taggart. Finds itself quickly back with the Braves. Morris able to push them off. Now he will send this up that line. Looking for Cope. And Cope's able to touch it past Natuvai. Has some support. He looks to turn this in past Natuvai. Couple nice moves by Cope. Centering pass. And this one is tried to be put on net by Taggart. Did not get the ball squarely. It kind of took a roll on him that Ludlow was able to corral. Boy, another really nice opportunity. As Checketts tries to head this one. Settled by Duenas. He's just going to send this down deep. Throws his arms up. Where's his help? That's what he's asking his team as it goes off the foot now of Gabe Morris. And there's Jones to send it back up. Works its way back with the Braves at midfield. Now Booth. Plays this outside, giving chase Cisneros. Tried to keep that in play, deflected by a Wildcat. Now this one bouncing back and forth, eventually settled by Chandler Young. Boy, and that time it looked like it was Taggart who was going to try to make some moves with the ball. It went right under him. Thrown into Duenas. He's going to play that one up. Here's Maynard. Now up to Booth, who's got it on that far line. He's in the box centered. And there was Kennard, who was able to dive and catch it. This one off the side of Kennard's foot. High kick. Kilpack able to touch back to Duenas, and then that one turned over to Taggart. Couple nice challenges. Eventually coming out with it is Elge. For Woods Cross, being marked by Booth. This one sent up to Cope. He tried to corral that, and a handball call against Cope. Put down quickly by Carey. Up to Tinker now. He's going to try to cross this. That was deflected, and thus it will be short. Nice job coming back for it, though, by McCann. Now Maynard bringing this one in the box, and back is Chandler Young to get it out of harm's way for the moment. Higginson to throw in. This one gets in the box. Now they're putting a foot on it. What a save made by Kennard. That one fired on net. Kennard able to make the one-handed diving save. Cisneros will take this corner. Backside of the goal. Settling gets Tinker. He tries to loft this, and that one is high and out of play. Did not miss by much. Another corner is... That was ruled to be deflected, headed out of the box by Elge. Nice footwork there by Taggart, able to get around Duenas. Now he sends this up. It's too far for Cope. Thrown into Tinker. He tried to center to Duenas, ended up turning it over to Taggart in the process. Boy, he was looking to play that one up to Elgren. But miscommunication there as that will roll all the way back for a goal kick. The whistle blows. The half has expired. Still no score here from Woods Cross. Second half is underway. We're going to switch ends of the field. Still no score here from Woods Cross. The Braves start with possession. This is far side, now centered to Booth. Far touchline with Tinker, now Maynard. Gonna bring it back near side with David Higginson. He tries to send that up, but it was just off Aldave and out of play. Young to throw in. That was Cope who tried to play it up. Now heads it to midfield. This one sent back to Young. Threw it up. This one being traded back and forth between these two teams before Maynard eventually settles it. Boy, nice little nutmeg pass there through the legs, but it went right over to Woods Cross. Then tried to be touched up by Taggart, giving chase to it for Woods Cross, and deflecting it out of play is going to be Elgren. Higginson trying to throw that one way into Cisneros. This one going to that far side now with the Braves. Booth with it. Giving chase from behind is Elge. Now Bountiful looking to create an opportunity here. Centering pass to Cisneros. He's got some space in front of him. Tried to cut back in, and a nice defensive step up by White, though he gets called for a foul. Kick situation for the Braves. This one tapped in, then sent on by Maynard, and that one is wide. Kennard's kick went over the head of Cope. This one sent back up. Some miscommunication there as a couple Woods Cross players appeared to be headed for it, and then both came off. Nice dribbling there by Cope. Able to keep possession. Now tried to play that one up to Cunningham, but it was broken up by Duenas, that captain midfielder. Cisneros goes down, and a whistle here going against the Braves. Dallin Cole going to take this kick for the Cats. This one lofted high. That one's wide of the net and out of play. Duenas played up to Cisneros. He passed that back inside to Maynard. Time and space. Tried to throw that up to Tinker, but it was behind him. It will roll all the way down, and we'll have a goal kick. Booth tries to head that one up to the forwards. Touched up ahead to Maynard. One-on-one. He's going to fire this one right to the awaiting hands of Kennard, who makes the save. And it has truly been a keeper's game here today. Any other two, and this may be a 5-goal game at this point, as we've seen multiple great scoring opportunities by both sides. That clearance went right to Cisneros, and now Bountiful looking to attack again. Thrown outside with Tinker. He was trying to bring that back in. It's touched out off of Woods Cross. Forbes will quickly throw in to Booth. Marked by Elge, able to get around him. Looking on that end line, trying to do something with it. Trio of Cats are there. Able to find a teammate. Now this one's sent in, and that one's beyond everyone and out. Booth gets a foot on that one up to Cisneros. Drop back to Duenas. Now he's going to look up for Maynard. Nice job back defensively. I believe it was Cole for the Cats to break it up. And then that was Elge who was able to kick it out. Cisneros had Elge on him, centering pass to Maynard. He's going to try to touch this up in the box. It's beyond Cisneros and gathered by Kennard. Kennard going to try near side with it, high bounce. Challenge that time. Going to end up on the foot of Cunningham. He was looking to play that one up to Elgren, broken up by Bountiful, however. Aldave can't clear it out. Now it does to Maynard at midfield. Centers to Duenas. He tried to push that ahead to Booth. Too far for him as Checkets was there. This one high off the head of Natuvai. Now Checkets. And what could have been a dangerous kick call, no call from these officials. Cisneros. And a foul going to be called on him. Dallin Cole. This one got through everybody. Again, dangerous kick that time against Woods Cross. This one dropped back by Booth. Giving chase back was Elge. Now trying to push Bountiful off the ball. Advantage ruled. No, he did blow his whistle. So it will be a kick as an obvious hold there against the Braves. So Carey picks up the card here in the 50th minute. This kick served into the box. This one dangerous, getting a head on back to the middle of the field and then sent out, and now another whistle. And an offside. So the whistle, they say Elgren was offside. So a kick by Ludlow. Again, that was a card given to Carey for grabbing the jersey. Carey comes back on after serving his mandatory off. This one pinball, settled by Aldave. He's dribbling through traffic. Nice touch by Maynard to get it to Cisneros. Now centering pass, that one Booth had to slow up for. Gonna push this outside to Forbes. Coming up on him was Checkets. This service bounces in the box, and coming out was Kennard. Had to do it. He's given chase from that opposite side of the goal. Bountiful had a couple players. This one touched back by Cunningham. Whoa, what a kick by Cope. Cunningham couldn't handle it. Boy, maybe the touch of the game by Ethan Cope right there. Don't know if Cunningham expected that. It was an impressive move by the senior. Far side, Forbes was looking up, tried to get it up to Tinker. Has it now, midfield. Maynard was able to touch it back. This one is challenged and eventually headed up by Elgren. Still not out as now Maynard finds it around him. Sent up by White. Duenas comes up in support. Now over to Cisneros, and that one's punched out into open space by Morris. Now Woods Cross looking to potentially counter on their own. Look at Bountiful come back quickly. That pass was a little behind Cunningham. He had to slow up for it. Corbin Jones back on for Woods Cross. Zaya Campbell, the freshman, comes on for the Braves, working that far side. I think it's Cope. Now Cunningham, he's spinning around. Able to keep possession, but there was support for the Braves and Forbes. Their defensive men able to get it back. Maynard giving chases Cunningham. He's able to step in front, though that will spin out. Thrown in, Cunningham takes it away, but it's out off of him. Tinker touched it back. Now coming midfield with Duenas. Collapsing on him was Taggart. Back to Booth. Pushes this outside, and it is beyond Forbes. Thrown in, trying to keep it in play was Checkets, did so, but then cleared by Forbes. Now Cisneros misplayed that one. Is a call. As they say, Eld shouldered him down. Carey serves this one. It gets through. Looked like Tinker was trying to get ahead on it. Couldn't do it. Duenas came up to try to send it back in. That was deflected. And then that coming up was Forbes, able to keep the possession for the Braves now. He's bringing it along that far line. Centering pass, stepping up into it. This is Booth dribbling through. This one fired and in the net for a Bountiful Brave goal. Jose Cisneros in the 55th minute. And the Braves have the first goal of the game as Carey steps up and takes that one away. And a challenge and a whistle now and a card being reached for as Booth will get booked. Now a kick from midfield. This one able to get a foot on it. I believe was Duenas, sent back into the box. There was Forbes to send that out in a corner coming up for the Wildcats. Cunningham's corner was deflected out, so a throw in now by Elge. Gets this in the box, headed out by Carey. This one's high. Still being battled around. Trying to settle it was Cunningham. Flag is up. And a call made here against Woods Cross. Ludlow, a long kick from the Bountiful keep. Cisneros has that one knocked out from behind. Booth comes back on for the Braves. He's got it now. Cunningham closes down on him. This one punched up by Natuvai. Cisneros tried to head it up. Didn't get much on it. Boy, a nice attempt as near side was Haddock, but couldn't get it to him. Apologies, it was actually Higginson who had that near line that had that pass broken up. This one sent all the way up. Keeping it in was Taggart. As Duenas closes down on him quickly. He's going to try to change sides of the field. This one kicked back by Kilpack and sent back out by Bountiful and off the side of the foot of Morris. Booth going to play this to Duenas at midfield. Taggart closed down on him. Cisneros has time, played that one up. Tinker wasn't able to keep control of that one, and then this one thrown up, attempted for Cunningham, but beyond him. Maynard is off as Haddock just came on for Bountiful. This one headed up by Taggart. And trying to battle around. Cope will come down with it. Being challenged. And then he draws the kick. In the 60th. Ethan Cope from 30 yards out. That one hits the wall. Cope regains it. Tried to bring it back in. That one was disrupted and brought out by Simpson. Cisneros going to play it over to Duenas. Coming near side with Higginson. Boy, and then Haddock just pushed the Woods Cross player off the ball. This one sent back up. Cunningham able to corral that nicely. Nice job just using that body to spoon the ball right down to his foot. And then a jersey hold there and a call going to be made against Taggart. Carey will put this in play to the opposite side of the field. Over to Booth. He looked to play that one up beyond everyone. Now corralling it is Cole. Tried to play that back up. Natuvai there to head it. Elge able to cradle it and sent that one up and out of play. This one kicked up to midfield, looking the way of Simpson. Nice move there by Haddock. Sends this one up. Far side. Drops this back out to Booth. He tries to punch this right over the head of Kennard, but it was high. This kick got through. Everyone's going to roll all the way down to Ludlow. He will keep this on the ground. Throws out to that far side and Forbes. That touch by Booth was broken up nicely by Ethan Cope. Now Cope. Boy, nearly able to get around him. Flag is up and a call against Bountiful. Dayton Elgren comes on for the Cats. This one in the box. Cope tries to loft it. This one headed on. And then that one bounced out, and we'll have a corner coming up for Woods Cross. This corner put in quickly. Cunningham trying to chase this down. That one got through. Still loose, and a whistle as a tripping call is going to be made against Woods Cross. Ludlow will put this in play for the Braves. A high kick headed right back up. Taggart going to push this outside to Elgren. Cunningham now. He's got a couple Braves. He tries to take it through. Can't get past Booth. That one broken up nicely. Boy, beautiful touch up ahead to Elgren. Now he tried to send that in the box. Don't know if that one got deflected and killed the speed or not, but Ludlow's just going to take some time off. He'll pick it up. In the 65th minute now, 1-0 still our score. Braves advantage off of the Cisneros goal. And a push call here made against Elge of the Wildcats. Here's Duenas. Time and space closing down was Cunningham. Now Higginson looks for some room. Tried to send that one. Centered to Cisneros, broken up, and now Cope finds it with him. Duenas closing down on him. He's going to send this one up, trying to make a run for it. His Taggart can't get there, sent out off of Bountiful. Multiple substitutions for both sides. This one thrown into the box. Getting ahead on it was Perry. Believe he got ahead on it. If not, didn't miss by much, but Ludlow able to collect it easily for Bountiful. It's been really, really good, especially in that first half. Lots of opportunities. This one headed up. Centered, was looking up for Rydalch. Now it's Cisneros trying to go back to Rydalch, and that one just poked out by Johnny White. Duenas battling for possession with Dayton Elgren. Bountiful still with it, back to Duenas. Space as Elgren closes in on him. This one sent up, and then that one kicked out as defensively was Gabe Morris, just cleared it out of play. Higginson will throw this in. Into the box, trying to settle it, Haddock. Boy, and then he tried to almost look like he was trying to pass that out. Nobody home. Rydalch trying to send it up to Haddock. Broken up initially by White. And this one rolls out. Another Brave throw-in coming up. Higginson will throw this into Duenas. Boy, he was looking to go to Haddock, and then Haddock came off of it for whatever reason. It's coming up, Natuvai in support, and a whistle and a call against the Cats. Call was made against Poole as Josh Poole as he came up to try to play the ball. Free kick awarded to the Braves now. This one served up nicely, but beyond everyone and out. Little too much velocity on the kick from Forbes as Booth comes back on for Bountiful. This one chested back up by Rydalch. It will roll all the way down, giving chase. And a valiant effort, I believe, was Nate Smith, but Kennard was able to gather it now. Sending this one up. Woods Cross looking for a scoring opportunity here. That one punched out by these Braves and off the head of Morris. Bountiful the throw-in now. A high throw-in. Booth was able to get up to Haddock. Now that's Nate Smith with it, able to push Morris off the ball. Then Morris deflected that centering attempt. And a throw-in now awarded to Woods Cross. Boy, and a call now made is more. Nah, it wasn't Morris. It was Cunningham. I thought it was Morris. Cunningham got fouled. This kick sent up right to Duenas. And then a handball call against Cesar Duenas. Wrapping up the 70th minute, Ethan Cope will take this free kick from 38 yards. That one hits the wall and rolls out of play. Cope looking to throw in. Touched back to him. Boy, he was looking to send that one on net. Deflected. I believe that was Eliason who stood in there and took it. Centered back to Cope. He's trying to get around Duenas. That one was a little beyond him. Now a quick throw-in made. Woods Cross trying to get some momentum. Take advantage of some of it. Cunningham now with it. He's from 25. He's going to look to loft this one, and there once again is Josh Ludlow. Not a bad shot that time from Cunningham, as he just tried to curl it into that upper V. It's a little low. Ludlow able to take advantage of it easily. Now Booth, he tried to center to Haddock. That one punched out of there by Cole. This one's rolling toward that end line, and Kennard will let it roll out. Spencer Dixon comes on for Woods Cross. Caleb Maynard back on for Bountiful, as this one is just cleared by Cole. Cope trying to give chase to it. That one's out of play, and it is out off. Oh, it's actually going to be we're going to have a communication. It looks like a kick awarded to the Wildcats. The foul on Forbes. Cope, who drew the call, serves this one in the box. That one headed out. It was a really nice service by Cope. Was able to be headed out. This one looking up for Cunningham. He's able to get a head on it. He's going to try to track this down in the corner. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Was trying to play that back to Elgren before it gets knocked out. Elge to throw in, looking to the box. It gets through and then looked like a handball call, and that will be the call against Woods Cross. Time starting to become a factor. 73rd minute. Woods Cross trailing 1-0 to their Region 6 rivals here on Woods Cross Senior Night. Cope trying to track that down, and a really nice job fending him off by Caleb Eliason. Looking up to Rydalch. He tried to touch that back and instead turned it over to Elgren. He tries to turn back to the middle of the field. Cunningham plays it up to Cope. He tries to touch back to Elgren, and now a potential another opportunity developing for Woods Cross. Elgren able to keep it in play. Nice job there. And a throw in now for Woods Cross. Checkits and Taggett both back on for Woods Cross. This one thrown to the box. Cope got a head on it to the far side. And then, boy, coming in, I don't think they saw him, was Checkits. Boy, if Forbes doesn't make that kick out, I think Checkits knots this one up. This corner sent to the far side, headed out by Rydalch, and it will be a throw-in for Woods Cross. This one thrown into the box. Getting a head on it was Bountiful. Served back up, again getting a head on it. I think both times were by Forbes. Now this one was looked to be sent on net, but it is wide. Ludlow will play this underneath to Forbes and his defense. Looking up the field. There was Morris. And now another opportunity. Boy, almost a great shot for Taggart. This is Cope. He's going to look to fire, and Ethan Cope on his senior night has knotted it up in the 75th minute. Wow, Bountiful had a lot of pressure going in this second half, and what's the best way to defend pressure? Apply it. Woods Cross in these last 5 minutes, just frantic attempts at the net, and it pays off for the senior Ethan Cope. His 11th goal on the season has knotted things up here with Bountiful, the number 2 team in 4A, and a call here now against Duenas. A kick that will be put in play by Johnny White. A long service into the box. And then this one sent out by Duenas, and he is a little ginger for whatever reason. Hobbling gingerly, we'll put it that way. Up to Booth. He's going to play that over to Duenas. And he tries to send it up. That one is off the mark. Being tracked down now by White. He turned it over. Now watch out, Maynard, and a nice job by White recovering. And then this one sent back to the box before Kennard will clear it out. This one thrown into space. Cisneros going to track that down. And then punched out. Throw in awarded to the Cats. This is a long throw in. Trying to give chase to it is Cunningham. That one was able to be saved along that end line. A nice play back by Carey. But Cope trying to maintain possession. He will do so. Pass to the middle of the field. Boy, and a nice cut, and this one's going to be fired, and that's off target. Putting a shot was Dallin Taggart, and just missed the net. And the opportunities are coming in bunches now for the Cats as Taggart able to use his chest. That ricochets back hard right to Ludlow. This time he's going to get a little more air under it. Challenge that Maynard cannot keep in play. Thrown in. Again, a long throw in. How about the throw-ins we've seen today from Elge? Giving chases Cunningham. That one's sent out off carry. Again, Elge will throw this in the closing minutes of the half. Into the box. This is beyond everyone. Ludlow will pick it up on a bounce. He's going to look to throw. Cisneros. Bountiful looking to counter. Beautiful ball to Duenas. He's going to look to fire this one up. That one broken up nicely. Maynard trying to keep possession. More than trying to touch it up was Simpson. A challenge and a foul call against Woods Cross. Bryce Carey from 34 yards out. A beautiful ball that is caught easily by Kennard. It was a nice rush. A good run put on by the Braves. Kennard up to the task. And an important save, keeping this one knotted at 1. The game has expired. Regulation has expired. Knotted up at 1 to overtime we go. What a fitting way to cap off our regular season here on High School Rewind. We have overtime for you in what has been a classic contest between two Region 6 teams. As it was Ethan Cope who knotted things up in the 75th. This one served in the box, headed out by Booth. Coming up in support was Young, but Maynard was able to kick it out. This one thrown in, trying to corral it. Far side is Cope. So a review of the overtime rules. 2 10-minute halves, and the first team to score wins. Golden goal situation. This rolls all the way back to Dallin Cole. His pass is disrupted. Coming out will be Kennard to pick it up. Kennard trying to go to that far side with Checkets. Challenge there. A nice job by Taggart, able to keep possession. He's going to come near side now with Corbin Jones. That's beyond him, out of play. Thrown in, looking to Maynard. Nice save by Cisneros. Or that was actually Duenas who played it up to Cisneros. Hard to see these 10 versus 16s. Elge playing it up. This is Cope. He's the one who netted that goal. Has help on the outside. He's going to go that direction with Corbin Jones. Corbin Jones looks to serve this in the box. That one broken up nicely by Bountiful. It was Christian Forbes who's had a really nice game defensively for the Braves. Kennard going to send this right back down. Cunningham looking to make a play. That bounces. Cope tried to play it up. Now here's Taggart. Boy, he had an open look. If it wasn't for coming back, it was Forbes now taken down in the box. And it will be no call. A goal kick coming up now for the Braves. Both players going down on that one. Hard to see who was the guilty party. I think that was the biggest factor in the no call, as Cope couldn't get his head on it. That one sent back up by Morris. And there's Forbes, so that one hit off the side of his leg and out. Morris going to throw in quickly, is having some space there. Was Jones. Now Cunningham. He's going to try to play this up to Cope. Nice job by Natuvai. Had shut down his lane. And then that one hits off the foot of Elge, and it will roll out of play. This one's going to roll back as Johnny White has it. His pass was deflected. Now trying to settle it. Maynard up to Cisneros. He's going to drop this back to Duenas. And that one, Duenas was trying to give it back to Cisneros. It was behind him as Dallin Cole send that one high in the sky. Checkets now, far side. He's going to look to send this ball up. Giving chase is Cunningham. It's beyond him as Ludlow will pick it up. Ludlow going to look to throw this one. Pretty good arm right there as it found the foot of Booth. Cisneros drops it back to Duenas. Now this one's sent up and now on a run. Here is Carson Tinker. Has that one taken away. What a nice defensive play by Gabe Morris for the Wildcats, as it looked like Tinker was going to have an opportunity. This one sent far side with the Braves. That was Higginson playing it up. Challenge made, flags up, foul call here against the Wildcats. Here's the kick by Carey. Service in the box, that one headed up by Cope. Still bouncing around, is retreating to collect it. Was Forbes trying to punch that up. Instead, Morris tried to send it out, and Forbes was able to get a head on it. Challenge now. Turning around, boy, almost getting a shot off with Simpson. As Duenas steps up, looking to settle. Now he's going to look to fire. That one's wide of the net and out of play. Daniel Perry has come on for the Cats as we have entered the 86th minute. Booth tried to play that up in a handball call at midfield. Johnny White will put this in play. A beautiful lofted ball into the box, and coming out was Ludlow. Boy, a couple had a shot. I think Cope got ahead on it. And then another chance in the box. It was Taggart who was right in there. Boy, stepping up that time was Johnny White. Nice job coming back because it was nearly an opportunity going the other way by the Braves. Now Checkets tries to play this one up. Boy, and it finds Cope nearly in the box. Stepping up now, Taggart. He's able to deflect it. Giving chase, trying to keep it in play now. Woods Cross Perry able to do so. Nice pass over to Cole. Playing up. Centering pass. That's headed in the box, and now Booth will kick it out of the box. This one's still being bounced around. Cope trying to use that chest. Passes over. And then that one eventually cleared out, I believe, by Simpson. And just like they did in the final 10 minutes of regulation, Woods Cross really getting some pressure. Cope unable to keep that in as it rolls out across the end line. Ludlow's kick is low. Bounced right over Booth. That one played up to Maynard. Now he's getting around the corner of White. Maynard looks to center to Cisneros. And look at Kennard. How about Taylor Kennard? He looked to be out of position, came right back, and able to jump on it before Cisneros could control it and get a shot. Boy, and both keepers just cannot emphasize how good both keepers have been in this game. Multiple saves and great plays as that one headed up by Taggart. Giving chase was Jones. This one takes a bounce and out of play. It'll be a Woods Cross throw in. Elge to take care of business. Looking for Cope. He heads that one up. In the 89th minute now, Elge will throw this one into the box. Good positioning that time by Cope. This one still being headed around. This one right in the box, and Ludlow, boy, looked like that one took an awkward bounce on him, but still able to pick it up. A long kick down that Cisneros is able to at least get a little bit on. That one headed back up and then cleared off the foot of Dallin Cole. Natua able to head it up to midfield with Duenas. He's got a man on the outside. That is Simpson. A nice job giving chase defensively. Dropping back was Young to challenge, and now a throw in for Woods Cross. This one kicked up. Boy, nice job that time by Duenas, I believe. Tough angle, able to get the possession. Now here's Corbin Jones. He's going to look to send this up. Giving chase to it is Perry. Natuvai back for the Braves. Pretty casual. Perry able to dribble it back around him. Now over to Jones. Jones going to look to take advantage of some space. He fires this one in the box. Beautiful cross pass. Put on net and scored. Zach Checkets, the winner in the 90th minute. And the Wildcats have defeated the Braves 2-1 on senior night. Again, our final score here from Wildcat Stadium at Woods Cross High School. The Woods Cross Wildcats have defeated the Bountiful Braves 2-1 in overtime. And boy, what a game this was. We talked about the offensive abilities of both these two teams, and it lived up to the billing. But the bigger story were the keepers in this game. Ludlow was absolutely fantastic. How many opportunities did the Wildcats have in that first half to get one past him? Could not find a hole, as Ludlow was just solid. And then on the other side, boy, Kennard was just as good. Bountiful had a couple really good looks in that first half. We would remain scoreless at the break. Then in the second half, it would be the Braves that would strike first. And it was in the 55th minute, a beautiful goal from Cisneros, able to put the Braves on top 1-0. And then, well, the Wildcats, they would respond. They just put a ton of pressure on the net. Attempt after attempt after attempt, trying to find something past Ludlow, and eventually it would be their stud, Cope. Ethan Cope, we talked about him in our open. He would net his team-leading 11th goal of the season to knot things up and send it to overtime, and in overtime in the 90th minute. It was a beautiful, beautiful service. It looked like it may have actually been a shot by Jones, but it was a beautiful through ball to Checkets, who was on that far side of the goal, able to punch it past Ludlow for what would be the game winner here in overtime. So again, that's our final score, 2-1 Woods Cross. We mentioned this game did not have really any bearing on playoffs. The Bountiful Braves had locked up region, the number 1 seed from Region 6 coming into this one. They will still be that number 1 seed. The Wildcats, well, they fell short of the playoffs this year, but this is at least a nice taste to end the season on, especially for these seniors, defeating their rivals, the Braves. And that will do it for us here today on Comcast High School Rewind. For Bill Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.